Having recently celebrated his 90th birthday, Bobby takes great pride in his military service, his career in sheet metal, and most of all, his wife and kids, all built on his humble beginnings in San Antonio, Texas.
My dad worked in produce, and my mother was a seamstress. I joined the Marines in 1952. My three friends from high school, we got together, and my parents, their backyard, next to the backyard, they had a railroad track. And the train went by, and the way that we had a boot training Camp Pendleton. And from there I went to Korea. I was in the infantry on the battlefield.
Were you?
Yeah.
Were you ever wounded?
Yes, I was wounded in 1953. We were picking up wounded Marines, and then this rocket hit behind me, and it shocked me. I just fell down. I don't know where I was after that. But when I came back, I had my job already waiting for me at Kelly Air Force Base. I repaired aircraft, sheet metal. But before I went into the service, my sister introduced me to my wife. My wife's name was Mary. We were married 63 years. We were always having a good time. She was wonderful. I still think I'm a wife every day. I think I'm my kids taking care of me and all that. Yeah. I feel very proud.
You know, last year when Dave Jacobs, and thank you, Dave, for introducing me to this event, I was a little nervous. I'm thinking, oh man, you know, writing a song for someone is, it's a little stressful because you don't want to disappoint them. You want to capture their story the best you can. And as we got into this thing and we found out that the advertising company that was handling the media on it was Rogers Advertising, I said, all right, that's a plus. And then when we put his address in to go see him that day, it was Adams Court. So this is a match made in heaven. So when you do a song like this, you try to pick up on the highlights of the life. You know, you've only got 3 minutes, so it's hard to capture everything. So I left out anything, I apologize for that, but I tried to get what I thought was good. All right, this song is called San Antonio. Well, I grew up in a town called San Antonio, where the days were always hot from that Texas sun. And my mom and dad worked hard every day, from a produce stand to a seamstress shop is how we made our way. Well, I did my work, I did my chores, homework when the day was done, Saturdays for basketball, and Sunday go to church. It didn't take too long till I found out what this life was all about. God and love of country, and that's just what I'll do. As I waved goodbye from the train, they turned me into a fast Marine, put a rifle in my hands in 1953. Well, on the front line with some friends of mine, fighting for our very lives, that bomb went off. It nearly took my breath away. They say goodbyes are hard to handle. Sometimes we leave behind the ones we love the most. And when my days are finally over, just take me back to that Texas sun, the place that I call home, San Antonio. back home, I met my wife, built ourselves a real good life, had 2 kids of our own, living right and being free. We'd sing and dance the night away. My Mary had a special way, kept a love in her heart for years of 63. They say goodbyes are hard to handle. Sometimes we leave behind the ones we love the most, and memories are all I have. When you've lived your life as long as I have, they say goodbyes are hard to handle. Sometimes we leave behind the ones we love the most. And when my days are finally over, just take me back to that Texas sun, the place that I call home, San Antonio. San Antonio. Thank you, Bobby.